Robby. I've been racing off-road dirt bikes professionally since 2005, so it's nearly a decade now. So primarily like Baja and kind of high stress of the equipment. You know, very taxing on the mechanical side of the equipment as far as long miles, very demanding, high speeds, you know, high heats. We've been working with CryoHeat for a year now, and I mean, over my career, I've noticed the performance level of the bike's getting better, but also the potential for having mechanical failures, just because everybody's trying to get as much performance as they can out of the bike. And for the types of racing that I do, it's that fine line between getting the performance but also keeping the reliability. And the biggest thing I've noticed since beginning our relationship with CryoHeat is having the treatment done to key parts of the bike. We don't have to worry about the reliability anymore. I mean, it's proven multiple times now that the reliability is increased. Our engines run cooler. Even through pre-running at the Baja 1000, where I'll have a section of, you know, like 60, 70, 80 miles, and I'm not going race speed pre-running, but I'm at a good clip, and I'll come in to, you know, where I'm going to get gas to continue pre-running, and my mechanic will just rest his hand on top of the radiator, which normally would be too hot to do that. But I feel like our motors are running much cooler because of the CryoHeat treatment. He's able to just rest his hand there, and it's warm, but it's not, you know, burning, it's crazy how big a difference it makes. Traditionally, the countershaft sprocket is it's not a high wear item, but because of the demands put upon it for the distance we travel in Baja 1000, it's, you know, 24, 26 hours on the countershaft sprocket, traveling 1,000, 1,200 miles, and so as well as they do hold up, there's just a point where they start to degrade. And so, you know, it's always been in the past, you know, kind of a high-risk item, as something you want to keep your eye on. But at this year's Baja 1000, and it was a long one, it was 1,270 miles, which is probably one of the longest ones they've had, especially in recent history. And there's not even the little, like, wear marks in between the teeth. It still looks practically brand new. It's amazing the difference the treatment made. I mean, we didn't even have to think about the countershaft. It was a non-issue. You know, one of the first things I noticed when I rode the bike after the treatment was how easy it was to shift. It was almost too easy to where, like, I just touched the shift lever and it would shift. So I almost had to get used to it being so easy and smooth. But then beyond that, I can't wait to get inside the motor and see how, you know, I'm imagining things are going to look really fresh still, because the motor still feels tight. Like there's a certain feel to a motor. You know when things are getting loose and kind of overheated and blown out, and this motor still feels really tight. And especially when I first rode it too, the motor felt really free revving. It's kind of a weird word to use, but it felt light, which I don't know if everybody understands that, but it just felt really free revving, and just everything was moving really, you know, free and smooth. So it just made the bike and the motor feel light. And then throughout the race, I mean, we had never run a Kawasaki at these speeds for this long of a distance. The last time we did, we made it almost 1,000 miles, and it had a mechanical failure inside the motor. So we were a little nervous going into the race, but to have the bike feel as good as it did throughout the overall distance of the race, and I feel like we could go race another 1,000 on it. All right, well, we're here with the race-winning KX450 from the 2014 Baja 1000. We've already put Max and Ricky's 1X number on it to signify them winning the championship, and this is the bike that did it. As far as externally, what you can see is definitely the lack of wear on the sprockets. As I was talking about earlier, you know, you'll get little cupping inside the teeth on the sprockets, or you'll start to see the edges of the teeth, they'll dull and start to hook. And this sprocket went the first 200 miles of the race, and there's hardly anywhere on it. But what's even more impressive, from my point of view, is the countershaft. As I mean, I barely see any signs of hooking, and just because of the demands of the race, the length and the amount of time that this thing is, you know, the motor is just cranking it over. Usually you'd see quite a bit of hooking, and in the past sometimes you might even start to see some teeth start to fail a little bit, where this still looks brand new. As good as the sprocket is stock, the CryoHeat made it that much better.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can see it where the sprockets usually turn into like a wave. And you can see right there that sprocket has, what, approximately 1,300 miles on it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then this rear sprocket has approximately
the first 200 miles of the race.
200 miles of the race. And the anodizing still on it.
Yep.
That's awesome. Hey, Bob.
Apparently I was wrong. 312 miles.
312 miles.
I came here and say
Wow.
200. I'm like, no, it's 312 miles.
That's right. We switched riders at 200.
Wow.
We switched the wheels to 312.
312 for that rear sprocket. That's awesome.
Oh, the chain on this bike was cryo too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys change chains at all, or just
No.
stayed with this one?
Oh no.
That still looks
No.
brand new, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfect. Yeah, we made only once during the race. We just made a one on each side adjustment. That's it.
A quarter turn or less.
Yeah, about a quarter turn.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole race. That's all we had to
That's
do.
awesome.
Yep. The motor ran so cool. It only burned maybe 100 cc's of oil. It never got hot.
Yeah.
That was pretty amazing. Yeah, that's a super low friction feeling.
My dad was the one that I said that he every time I come in, or what he was noticing that how cool the motor was running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can lay your hand on the radiator cap and it's warm, but it doesn't make you go, ah. You know, you can just lay it there and go, okay, it's getting kind of warm, but.
Yeah.
This was the absolute test for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
It was
Because 2 years ago,
Yeah.
the 996, you know, engine went boom, you know, broke, cracked the engine case.
What happened to the motor?
Um,
What did you guys actually lose? What is it, a Kawasaki?
Yeah, same bike, same motor, everything, but the engine case cracked all the way down the right side and across the front. Bolt came out of a bearing keeper. The cam chain derailed. So the piston went up, smacked all 4 valves, threw them out of it. I mean, it was just
It went kabang.
catastrophic. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could not repair it. It was like done.
Barely even enough for a boat anchor?
Yeah. So we're like, oh. So this year going into it, it was like, we got to do everything we can do. We've always tumbled the tranny, just make it super polished, you know, and stuff.
Right.
But he hand polished some other parts just to do it. He was taking gears and, you know, stuff. But, you know, the cryo was the main thing because the entire motor pretty much got cryo.
Yeah.
And we just had to figure out some way to try to go 275 miles farther than our bike did last year.
Right.
You know, it was like imperative. And I'm like, I don't know what else to do. This is all I know to do. So we did it. And there it is.
Yeah.
The bike still runs great.
Like you said, first kick
Yeah,
starts.
still starts right up.
And you said it still feels tight.
It still has good.
There's a right way and there's a wrong way for
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, so just thank you for believing me, and I'm glad that you weren't one of those shops that was like, oh no way, cryogenics doesn't work because you got burned by somebody who told you.
We should be thanking you for helping us get the 1,000 champion.
Yeah, I know.
Win. I mean,
Yeah.